Hello everybody, it's me, Tom Derrick, and today we're going to count down your top 10 rides at Aquaventure. So starting off with number 10 spot, you guys have picked Shockwave. And what is so funny about this attraction is that normally at the water parks we cover, the number 10 spot might be a lazy river, or I don't know, a little body size. But over here at Aquaventure Dubai, it is the world's longest family rafting water coaster slide, which is pretty crazy in itself. But you may be asking, Tom, what is the world's longest rafting family water coaster slide? Well, let me tell you, as for starters, the family water slide is basically one of those ones in a giant dinghy, where you and in this instance up to 4 other people can twist and turn around giant tubes, giant drops and giant turns, sharing all of those laughs, screams and funny reactions. However, what can make this slide so long and a water coaster is that not only does it drop down, but it also rises up too, which is a crazy feeling you can only experience with something like this. However, over here at Aquaventure, they've got a few dozen water coasters. Now, I knew when making this video that there were going to be some slides that would blow me away, not only in terms of the slide itself, but also in terms of the things around it, and this one right here has definitely got one of those. Now, all those times where you come up those stairs with that dinghy, they start wobbling around, you just can't stand still for the hour-long queue. This one over here, you don't queue up the stairs. In fact, you queue on the ground floor, but then you get taken up by a lift. How awesome is that? Yeah, once you're actually sat down in your dinghy, you will then be lifted up by this sort of like elevator conveyor belt sort of thing, all the way to the top, where then your slide will begin. The first half is basically like another water coaster, where you're going to have a few drops, rise up a few airtime hills. Then the second half of this slide, you will be in complete and utter darkness for the whole way down to the bottom. Anyone who's been here before though, please make sure to comment down below what the middle bit is, as it could be like 2 separate slides. If you don't want to do the first half, you then queue up for the second half, or vice versa. I don't really know, but if you do know, comment down below, I'd love to know. From one water coaster to the next, our next attraction is Surge. And the thing about this ride is it's very similar to the Storm, apart from it hasn't got a middle section. So I would suggest, if you are visiting on a busy day and want to prioritise certain attractions, as you can tell, this park has got many special ones, maybe do one of the 2 attractions we just covered, as they are so similar. I mean, both of them. This one right here has also got an indoor section. They've also got the awesome airtime hills and of course the turns. So there's really no point doing 2, but of course if you get a chance, make sure to go on both of them. However, it does seem like it's pretty much the same side, and it even seems like at the end of this side you end up in the same place as the other one, which is actually a lazy river. Now that's another awesome thing about the last 2. Once you do finish this slide, you will not have to get out of that water all freezing cold. You will just be able to stay in and float around the lazy river. You cannot have a water park without a racer slide, and Aquaventure is no exception. However, once again, this is no ordinary racer slide, where instead of being like a group of 5 or 6 and going down many bumps, which is awesome, do not get me wrong, on this one it kind of takes a normal water slide and a racer slide and puts it into one. So once you've boarded the raft with up to 1 other person, you will be racing the other couple down the slide itself, heading around many twists, turns, oh yes, and surprise surprise, some water coaster elements too, as you battle your way down to the bottom of the slide to finally find out who is the Medusa layer champion. But at the same time though, it is amazing to win, and the best way we found to win this sort of race is by having the lightest boat possible, as whilst doing downhill, you maybe go a little slower. When you do get pushed up, those projectors will push you up at a lot faster rate. This side alone is just absolutely fantastic, so race, not win, lose, you are going to have a great time on Medusa's Lair. Do not worry guys, this park has also got a normal racer side, as next up we've got a Hydra Racer. And there are certain parts of this side that you do not get on the other side. However, personally, I would have put Medusa Layer once they're above this one, because at the same time you can go on your front, head around those turns, see one another as you pass them, all before shooting at the end where the water comes in your face. You will in fact be racing the same amount of people, as on the other one you had 2 per car, whereas on this one you had your own little mat, but of course there's only 4 lanes, so you are racing the same, plus it is not a water coaster. Oh, what's that? That is the water park Splashin rubber ducky, and it is not another contender in your race, do not worry, but it will be appearing later in this video at random points, so make sure to comment down below how many you can find, and we'll pin the first correct answer. I think by just hearing the name Odyssey of Terror, you know that this is not going to be a side for the faint of heart, and you will not be wrong, because once you've boarded a dinghy, once again a 5-person dinghy, which I do think is really awesome, as if you're in a family of 5 and there's normally 4, then how do you do that? Do you split up into 3 and 2? I don't really know, but whoa, what's that? Yeah, this side is definitely an intense one. It's not that long to be honest, especially when the one next to it It's the world's longest family rafting coaster side, but you'll be experiencing a much more intense experience, really making this part for the entire family. Would you take a side on it though? I don't know if I would. Maybe one go though for the views at the top of Dubai. Now if you ever see a promotion of this water park, or to be honest of Dubai in general, this is the side that you see. This is Aquaconda, and it is the largest of family sides, with, from what I can see in this group anyway, you fit in around 6 or 7 people on this side, meaning that if you are in a smaller group, you will most likely be partnered with someone else to be aware of that. However, it definitely deserves a spot on your list anyway, because as soon as you make it off down that side, you will be experiencing a few twists and turns, a bit like Shockwave, the world's longest family side water coaster, all before going into complete darkness, and then from then on, you shoot out into a giant funnel section and kind of walk up and down. If you ever feel like you're having the most intense experience of your life on there though, just have a little look up, as I'm pretty sure it's 2 tubes that go across. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're the sides we're going to cover later on, and they are very, very intense. From what I can see though, from the remainder of the list, it's definitely the top family side. Now I think we have got one more dinghy side in this, however this one really has all the family elements, it's got the elements of thrills, and really, perfect combination for the entire family to do, even if your family has like 6 or 7 people in it with a bigger boat. I just love those family sides, they're just so much fun. Okay, and here's a look at the other side. This is Zoomerang, and from first sight you may be looking at it and going, yeah, I think I can do that, Tom. However, just keep looking guys, because once you've made it around those nice little twists and turns, enjoy those spectacular views, you will then, here you go, drop down completely, rise up once again a giant ramp, but unlike the last one where you may have had 2, this one, you are going pretty much at the top. So if you are sitting there looking down, it's pretty crazy, especially it looks like 90 degrees or so, staring down at that drop. Woo, that would be intense. You will then go over a little bump, but by this point guys, it will be the least of your worries, all before going in the water at the end. So yeah, I don't know really what else to say apart from this is definitely one for the thrill seekers out there, and if you do dare to take it on, be prepared for one of the most intense 30 seconds or so of your entire lives. Oh, I knew one of these are coming. These are the trapdoor sides, and if you've ever done one before or seen it before, let's be honest, everyone's seen one of these before. You'll know how crazy it really is. I think for me personally, I've only actually done 2 of these sides, and my first one of them being over at Discovery Kingdom in the US, and you just remember your first time anyway, getting in that pod, standing in there. It does count down for you guys normally, but they definitely slow it down because you're sitting in there, you're standing, you're waiting for that trapdoor to go, the water comes down your back. I mean, the nerves are just insane. Oh yes, then there's that drop, and actually if you're standing in the queue line side of it and it's not your first time, it's actually quite funny watching everyone's face as they go down. The difference between the ones that I've done, however, and this one, is that once you have dropped down into the tube, you will not come straight out the end. No, you'll be going round many twists and turns. The one I'm pretty sure is above the other ride, the Aquaconda one at the snake body, you're basically going above that, of course at a much faster speed than the other one, and then coming out of the end, where you'll either be going, I am never ever going to be doing that again, or, you know what, that is not too bad. And that's what you've got to do guys, because once you've done it once, it is never the same time the second time. It's normally a lot better, occasionally it's a bit worse, but for most people, once you've done it the first time, all the nerves are gone, and you can just go around and enjoy the fun of standing above a glass trapdoor that then lowers underneath you. I don't know what it is with this park and their naming, but our next attraction is named Leap of Faith, and as you can probably guess, this is another one that is for the thrill seekers in the group. I do want to point out this is a very short side, so when you are watching the videos, you're not going down the drop multiple times. You don't have to do it once, but trust me, that is more than enough. With once you are up there, getting ready to see the drop, you see it all in front of you. Not like the other one we just covered, where you're in a little glass tube. This one, you are out in the open. You then drop down the temple, which honestly is a pretty cool experience, minus all the water flying in your face. Then you will go through a tube. Make sure to keep your eyes open though, as that little tube that you'll pass through, yeah, you see it there? It literally shoots past it basically, but that tube has actually got an aquarium, and in that aquarium you have got sharks, and I mean, of course they're not going to get in, do not worry, but that just adds to the overall thrills of this amazing attraction. Thank you all for watching, bye bye.